and expensive items the automotive world has to offer. Their combination of luxury and high-tech is found in few other vehicles. If you want to own one of them, it's not enough just to be rich. You have to be super rich. Today, the Ferrari F50 is already an icon among sports cars. Its engine and drivetrain come from the Formula One. Its body consists entirely of carbon fiber. The 520 horsepower V12 engine catapults the F50 from 0 to 60 in only 3.8 seconds. Top speed is an amazing 200 miles per hour. But Ferrari isn't the only company that builds such superlatives on four wheels. In 1999, the Volkswagen subsidiary Bentley presented its sports car study W12 at the Geneva Auto Show. The mid-engine super sports car, named after a section of the Le Mans racetrack, is powered by a 16-cylinder engine with 8 liters of displacement and 630 horsepower. Unfortunately, it was never planned for series production. The W12 was only supposed to demonstrate just how much its constructors could achieve technically. Nevertheless, Bentley is still concentrating on its motorsports history and plans to enter this year's 24-hour race in Le Mans. That could conceivably lead to production of a super sports car. Bugatti, another part of the Volkswagen Group, presented a homage to former French racing driver Louis Chiron, a star in the 1930s. The Bugatti 183 Chiron, designed by Giugiaro, is powered by a 6.3-liter 18-cylinder VW engine mounted in front of the rear axle with all-wheel drive. But alas, it too will never go into series production. But the Bugatti Veyron will. It's also named after a famous Bugatti factory driver and will be available beginning in 2003. Volkswagen CEO Ferdinand Piëch has a vision of this car with over 1,000 horsepower and a top speed of more than 250 miles per hour. Fortunately, its performance is just as incredible as its price of approximately $850,000, plus change. The design of the 16.4 Veyron wasn't penned by an Italian, but by German Hartmut Barkus, Volkswagen's head designer. Beholders won't discover too many typical Volkswagen elements here on this dream car, however. Those could be easily misinterpreted by potential customers. But this super sports car doesn't conceal its VW roots. The W12, which proudly bears the company's emblem on its hood. It's also due to hit the market in 2003. Its W-form engine should turn out around 500 horsepower. The unusual motor block form resulted from the combination of two 6-cylinder engines taken from Volkswagen's factory shelves. The breathtaking car was originally designed as the bearer of this new motor concept. Two versions are planned, a hardtop and a roadster. Before it goes into production, many of the details on the study from 1997 will be changed or modified. But one thing's for certain. The W12 will be available in Europe for the comparatively cheap price of around $70,000. The Saleen S7 will cost around $400,000 and is being billed as the first real American super sports car. It's powered by a Ford V8 with 7 liters of displacement and 560 horsepower. The constructors of the mid-engine car built in Irvine, California, claim it will be able to compete with the best and most expensive sports cars in the world and be second to none with respect to performance, acceleration, and luxury. In the S7R racing version, it will cost nearly $500,000. Beginning in 2003, Mercedes intends to continue its super sports car tradition. The Stuttgart car manufacturer's trump card is the SLR. According to Mercedes, the SLR will be a thoroughbred sports car. No wonder that British Formula One partners McLaren are participating in its development. The SLR will be sold to very solvent buyers for around $350,000. Its big V8 will turn out around 600 horsepower, and its top speed should be around 185 miles per hour. In contrast to many other cars in this segment, the engine of this state-of-the-art Mercedes will be located under its elongated aluminum hood. Thanks to a supercharger, the 5.5-liter V8 engine will achieve an astounding 750 Newton-meters of torque. Aside from a few minor changes, the SLR is due to go into production in its present form. Porsche Carrera GT. That's the name of this ticket into the 200 miles per hour club. 2,750 pounds, 560 horsepower, and a top speed of 205 miles per hour. Those are the most important stats of this projectile, designed by Harm Lage. The GT was first conceived as a study, but was considered for series production right from the start. Porsche boss Wendelin Wiedeking finally gave his thumbs up for the project when the company was sure there would be enough buyers. Beginning in 2003, we're in for a veritable wave of super sports cars. But not just as image vehicles for the wealthy. They're also supposed to earn money for manufacturers, and the market is booming.